One of the things that I found after Christy died, and I started having readings with this psychic that I went to, and noticing the signs and things that Christy would leave us, and the little coincidences and things I started to recognize those things, that she was around us all the time, and I would share those with people, and be having lunch or coffee with a friend, and I'd be telling these little stories about signs that Christy would send us, or messages I would get from her and things. And at first I felt like they were patronizing me. Oh, she lost her daughter, we'll listen to her stories. But the more we talked, the more it came that they had stories too, and that they don't talk about. And it allowed them to open up and share their stories, because most of us have them. Interesting things, weird things that don't quite make sense, those little synchronicities and signs and stuff that, we know there's something there, but we're not going to talk about it, and you certainly don't tell the rest of your family because they'll think you're crazy. But they could share. They could share with me, and it was like I opened the door by my sharing my stories, and it allowed them to share those as well. And that was one of the first things that I saw, is that people just need to, they're dying for some place to be able to express this. And it's like we're all in the psychic closet, and we're afraid to come out. And so I think just by sharing, different stories and things like that, then other people were comfortable sharing their stories with me.
Yes. And I can't help but asking, as you're speaking about all of this, when are you writing a book? When is your book coming out?
I've been writing short stories, little pieces of things that happened to me, and trying to write them down. Somebody told me somebody should record this before I forget all these stories, because I have some amazing stories, and there's so much. Some of them are really fun. Of things that have happened to me that I just go, whoa, that was really cool. And so I'm trying to jot them down, because I would love to really share this with more people. But it's not at the top of my list right now. Right now, the top of my list is creating Spirit Fest. And let me just throw this plug out, because the Spirit Fest thing is huge, and sometimes really, really scary, and it's a lot of money. And I'm still waiting for this, $500,000 to fall into my lap, so we can really fund this event. And it hasn't shown up yet, but it's coming somewhere.
Exactly. So I believe you.
Before the book.
It is, with everything, it's a given. It is coming, and I fully trust in your ability, and just continuing to put it out there and create this thing. And you are definitely the old, if you build it, they will come. That's how I see you and your story, and it's just an incredible journey that you've been on.
Well, it's been an amazing journey, and I'm really actually starting to enjoy it so much more, because I'm learning to relax into it and not get so worried about it, and just trust and allow. And so it's much more fun that way than stressing over every little piece. And I'm learning that. Little by little, I feel like I'm learning it.
Yeah, and again, I just want to, we only have a couple of minutes left. I just want to underline the whole, your message of relaxing into it, continuing to move forward, putting one foot in front of the other, having this grand vision, not knowing all the details, but being willing to continue to move forward and to do things, like you said, to stop and tune in, to ask for signs, to do what it takes to take care of yourself, to put you in a place to be able to hear those signs, to surround yourself with people. All of that is what's made this whole thing go. And it's only been since 2003, and look at what you have created. It's just absolutely extraordinary.
It's pretty amazing to me when I look at it too, and like I said, I don't know where it's all going, but it's going to be exciting. And one last plug about Spirit Fest is that it's all about creating this amazing, amazing burst of energy. And can you imagine 20,000 people vibrating at such a level, you know, all in one place, and how we can shift the planet. And that's, I think that's my mission, is to, you know, change consciousness, raise it just a little bit every single time. You do something like this, I do something like this, every one of us is doing something like this. Every time we do this, and every person we touch, we're shifting and raising consciousness just a tiny bit more. And isn't that exciting?
It really is. It really is. Well, yes. So everybody go to www.bellaspark.com. Continue to find out about Spirit Fest. Sounds like corporate sponsors would be really good right now, and we will create that, put that out there. People who are wanting to be a part of this and have this thing happen. And I just really thrilled to hear more about it and to get to spend this hour with you and hear about your story and just the inspiration that you are.
Thank you so much. And again, I apologize for my website because we're just creating some things, but I encourage people to come back in about another week or two, and there will be lots of information up there on upcoming events, because we've got great speakers, Greg Braden and Sonia Choquette and Don Miguel Ruiz and Michael Beckwith and all kinds of fun people coming that we're going to be working with this year.
That's great, Donna. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
My pleasure, and I look forward to talking to you again, and thank you for being here today.